I truly believe a massive problem in this country is the radical left, and you combine that with the emergence and popularity of the Green Party and, of course, Zach Palansky, and you truly start to understand how ridiculous and idiotic these people truly are. This is what I'll be covering in today's video. Make sure you do subscribe, because we post videos like this every single day at 2 p.m. So if you aren't aware of who Zach Palansky is, this is the man who leads the Green Party. This is the man that recently said this live on stage.
You might as well stay on your feet, because I'm going to say, we'll say it loud, we'll say it clear, migrants and refugees are welcome here.
You know, the same migrants that are killing British people every single day. But not only this, if the Green Party was to get into power, they also want to teach kids in school that we should accept migrants into this country. Let's have a watch of this Daily Express video because they completely exposed this plan from the Green Party.
Children would be taught they have a moral obligation to accept immigrants under radical plans drawn up by the Green Party, a leaked dossier reveals. The plans would see a new Department of Migration working hand in glove with education chiefs to disseminate knowledge about immigrants to school children, seeking to educate them on the situations from which those seeking asylum and resettling refugees are fleeing, and the need for and moral obligation of asylum and humanitarian protection.
I just think this is absolutely ridiculous. Not because he wants to teach kids about we have a moral obligation to accept migrants into this country. I just think a teacher-student relationship should be very neutral and that no sort of political agenda should be pushed whatsoever. And of course, this is one thing, but I imagine as well, Zach Palansky, and being a LGBTQ person himself, a gay man, he also wants to include that in the curriculum in school, which again is another dangerous route to go down as well. But I want to know your thoughts on that, because that is absolutely crazy. Let's take a step away from Zach Palansky here and take a look at some of the Green Party activists up and down the country, because they are a very dense bunch.
Oh yeah, I'm Dave, I'm a Green activist, and I've been doing about 600 of these leaflets through doors, and I've got a bit of a technique for getting the using the wooden spoon, which does two things. One, if there is a dog, you don't get your fingers, and the other, if you've got a vicious letterbox, it also saves your fingers. So what I found works: wrap it through, twist, done.
Oh my god, Dave, you are a genius, buddy. You should actually patent that idea because you can make millions off of it. Another issue with the radical left is that they push mass amounts of misinformation about Reform and Restore supporters, of course, labelling us far-right and racist. Have a watch of this nutjob.
I think Reform and the far right present the biggest threat to women's rights that we've seen in one generation, two generations and three generations. And I just want to be clear about that.
So according to this bloke here, the biggest threat to women's rights in this country is Reform and, of course, Reform supporters. It isn't the Islamization of the West, the Islamization of the UK, where in radical Islam they treat women as second-class citizens. It isn't that. It is Reform, apparently. Let's hear some of this person's reasons.
Because what Reform is saying at the moment for scrapping the Equality Bill, what they mean is that they would legalise differential pay, they would legalise dismissal during pregnancy, they would legalise an end to maternity leave, they would legalise discrimination at work towards women. So be very clear about that. When you look at the far right, they utterly hold medieval attitudes towards women.
What on earth is this bloke talking about? How can you say Reform hold medieval attitude towards women's rights when you are literally wanting massive amounts of immigration? And when you want massive amounts of illegal immigration, you're also welcoming radical Islamists into this country that literally, as I said, treat women as a second-class citizen. Make it make sense. I just don't understand what this bloke's talking about.
Not only do they think that we need to be protected from migrant men, but they say that we need to be protected from ourselves if we don't understand that our fulfilment comes from staying at home and bringing up children and doing the washing up and whatever. So So this needs to be the beginning of a movement that we take forward. I probably don't need that at all. This needs to be the beginning of a movement that we take forward. Gorton and Denton shows us, I mean, those anti-racist and anti-fascist campaigners, my God, they worked hard. I know Stand Up to Racism alone probably gave out, 20,000 leaflets. We need to be a part of that, but that is also our inspiration and our hope, because the rise of reform and the far right, I'm going to say frankly, I think is scary. But what we can also see is that we can beat them back. Unity is our strength. Sisterhood is our word. Please join us.
I mean, I can't believe what I've just watched. Apologies, apparently it is a woman. I wasn't too sure. But that part about migrant men, I mean, the evidence just backs it up, doesn't it? Like, these migrant men have killed hundreds of women in the UK, and then you're saying that reform and reform supporters are the real problem in this country. It's absolutely baffling. So not only do these left-wing nutters like to spout misinformation, they also like to interrupt reform when they are trying to have a meeting or some sort of get-together in a pub.
Abortion weaponizes women's rights to justify their bigotry and hatred. We say that Reform UK is not welcome in an international diverse time.
I hate when they try and speak for all of us, saying that we want to live in a diverse town and that reform aren't welcome there. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live in a diverse town if it means that my family aren't safe. Not only do they do this, they also like to sit on the ground in supermarkets and stop everyday Brits from doing their weekly shop.
I asked her to excuse me. We're not moving. I asked her to excuse me.
And she said no, so now
Let
you
go
can go
of
around
me,
the other way.
please.
So she said no, so you go around
I
the other
don't
way.
care. She don't control my passage anywhere, okay? She don't belong to me. And she doesn't own me. Excuse me, I've asked you several times.
What you're doing at the moment,
I've asked you several times.
You're assaulting someone, sir. You're
I've
assaulting
asked you
someone.
several times, please. I've asked you nicely.
You've not been provoked.
Don't. I can get it for you. I want to go down that way.
Yes, and you can go around and
I've
get
asked
yourself.
her several times nicely.
She said no.
She doesn't have the right to say no.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Excuse me. I want to get past here.
You can go around, madam. There's,
No, I'm not going round. You move.
No, we're not moving. No.
Well, I'll just knock you out of the way with my trolley then.
You'll do what you must do, madam, but we're here to make a protest and make a point, okay?
I hate seeing stuff like this. I mean, that muppet on the floor saying, "It's assault, sir, it's assault." Like, just move out of the way so I can get my shopping done and go home. Why do you have to make life hard for every other person just because you are a middle-class twat that hasn't got a job and you've got nothing else better to do with your life? But this next clip, I think it's from 2025, and it shows a fire department celebrating Pride. And I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but I just saw it recently for the first time, and I wanted to share it on this channel because it kind of does summarize the radical left and the nonsense that they try and spout. And it is quite sad to see the downfall of our public services.
Are you ready for Pride?
I'm ready for Pride. I'm in.
Hello?
Hello, it's Control. Are you ready for Pride?
I'll be there.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
We're in.
Couple of things. I'm pretty sure that pride flag is flammable, so if you do rock up to a house that is on fire with that around your neck, I'm pretty sure you're going to put that person in more danger. But let's put myself in a hypothetical situation here. If my house is on fire and I called the fire department to try and save me, and they rocked up with that around their neck, I'll probably just say, nah boys, just go home, leave me to it, like, I think I'd rather die. But this is just ridiculous. It's just it's just absolutely ridiculous. If you guys aren't from the UK and you're seeing this, is this normal? Do you guys have this in your country? Like the US, for example, I got a lot of American viewers, Canadians. Do you guys have this crap in your country when it comes to your police service, your fire department? Like, tell me, I want to know. Is this normal? This is mental. It's absolutely mental. But guys, let me know your thoughts on what we showed you in today's video. As always, make sure you do like, comment and share, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.